संसार एक भंडारे, एक संसार एक भंडारे, एक लाए दीवार, एक लाए दीवार, एक माए जुगत में आए, तेने चेले परवान, तेने चेले परवान। जीवत सुभावे तेरे चलावे, जीवत सुभावे तेरे चलाए, जीव होवे फुरमान, जीव होवे फुरमान। ओ वेखे उन नजर न आवे, ओ वेखे उन नजर न आवे, बहुत आए वरान, बहुत आए वरान। एक माए जुगते में आए, एक माए जुगते में आए, तिन चेले परवान, तिन चेले परवान। आदेश तिसे आदेश, आदेश तिसे आदेश तिसे आदेश। आद अनील अनाद अनाहत, आद अनील अनाद अनाहत, जुग जुग एको वेश, जुग जुग एको वेश। एक माए जुगते में आए, तेने चेले परवान, तेने चेले परवान। In our last get together, we were looking at the journey according to the Yoga Mat, which was very popular in those days in India. Yogis believed in miracles, and the objective of all kinds of sadhana, tapascharya, meditation, there was only one objective, and that was how to acquire more spiritual, mystical powers. And we have been looking at it. We looked at some of their belief models, some of their characteristics. We noticed that they would lengthen their hair, increase the length of the hair by using various massaging techniques. They would tear their ears. They would carry in their hand a specific type of bow. They will dress up in it a particular type of way. And we saw the symbolic meanings of those. And basically, the conclusion was that these are all different methodologies, techniques with the similar objective was to get the human body form from the carnal consciousness to the higher levels of consciousness. But underneath, there is only one current, there is only one energy. The methods may be different, the manifestation of that may be different, the appearance may be different, but the underlying current is the same. What is that underlying current? Today's stanza expands on it a little bit and say, what is that current? And it starts with say Eka Mai. Eka means just one, and Maya means the creation, the whole of the universe, not just. Vedanta defines Maya as an illusion. Gurbani expands on that thought. It says it's not just an illusion, it has further characteristics. What are those characteristics? Gurbani says, Ehe Maya jit har visre moho upajay bhav duja laya. It gives the definition. It says even though it's an illusion, but the illusion is so powerful that it makes the human incarnation to forget the Creator itself. It gets so much attracted by the creation. Ehe Maya jit har visre. Hari, the Prabhu, the Creator, is completely forgotten. Why? It says you stay focused on the creation and never go beyond. Never try to look at the underneath. Why? Because the creation itself is so magical. It is so alluring. It's so beautiful. And the mind, the child mind is completely lost. Eh Maya jit har visra. So what that illusion does? It says first it makes you forget the Creator. And then moho upajay. It creates an attachment with what you see, what you have heard, what you have listened. It creates an attachment. Now, we get attached to our masters, our teachers, our gurus, various saints, various religious scriptures, symbols. These are all attachments. Right? I want to say, well, what's wrong with that? I have my symbol, I have my book, I have my statue, I have my this symbol. What's wrong with that? Well, nothing is wrong with that. Just understand its nature. It's an attachment. Whether the attachment is to the negative or the positive, holy or the unholy, the underneath characteristic is still the same. It is an attachment. Well, are you trying to tell me I should love my child? Nobody is trying to tell you don't love your child. It is saying understand the nature. Understand the characteristics. What you have just stamped as a love for a child, actually it is your attachment. And someday you will suffer from that attachment. You will pay the price for it. And if that's your choice, so be it. It's not good, bad, or anything. Just describing it to you, it is an attachment. And we spend and we argue, we spend a whole of our life. Why can't I love my picture of my God or goddess? What's wrong with this? Well, of course, there's nothing wrong with it. Go ahead. But understand it's an attachment. Well, is yours better than mine? No. I am also attached. I am attached to this, you are attached to that. And a time will come, we'll both pay the price for it. Understand it. You have to go beyond the attachment. Positive or negative. So Gurbani says, that where did it come from? He says, that's the characteristics of what is called, and that is the amazing part of it. That's the magic part of it. That's something that is so unreal. Something that is called Maya, something that is called illusion, should have such a strong hold on something that calls itself a real one. This is my own body. I have a right on my body. I should be able to do what I want to do with it. Isn't it? How strongly we hold on to that belief. It's my body. I have a right to it. I can abort when I want and I can conceive when I want. Okay? Understand it's an attachment. It's an illusion. You have made it, you have developed a belief that it is real. You think it is your body. But when it really comes down to it, if you are really put to test, you will very quickly discover that you have really no control over it. You declare to the world, I have my body, I own it. I should be allowed to do what I want to do with it. But a simple thing, you want to sleep, try to put your body to sleep. See what happens. It's your body, you control it. Try to stop it from aching, try to stop it from growing old, try to make it small, large, try to reduce its size, try to do. And that argument falls apart like the illusion shatters suddenly. But that's the property of, that's the characteristics of Maya. Ehe Maya, jit har visare, moho upajai. It will create that attachment. It will create that, you will keep on saying, who knows how long we live, you will keep on saying that. Nobody knows how much life we have. Yet you will make a 5 years plan. 10 years plan, whole life's plan. When I'm so much old, I'm going to do this. When I'm so much old, I'm going to do that. So much. And then suddenly somebody reminds you, oh, wait a minute, I thought you said you don't know whether you're going to wake up tomorrow or not. Now, which one is that true? Is the belief system that I'm going to get up in the morning true or not? And suddenly you realize the illusion you are in. That's why in India, we never said, I'll meet you again. In Islam it said, Inshallah, phir milenge. If he wills. Bhagavan ne chaha to, Khuda ne chaha to. If it is his will, we might meet again. We never say, okay, goodbye, I'll see you tomorrow. There's always a qualifier in front of it. God willing, we'll meet tomorrow. It's a reminder. We have lost that cultural aspect of us. There was a reason for these things. But that's the attachment. That's the moho. Ehe maya, jit har visare, moho upje, bhao duja laya. Means, now the attachment has become to the outer rather than the attempt to see the inner. We don't have any curiosity. Why? Because too absorbed. The child is too busy with playing with the toys that has been given. So, this Maya, Eka Mai, that's creation. This whole so-called illusion. What happened to it? He says, Jugte Vyai. Jugat means a very, very special technique, process. Jugti. And Gurbani takes no stand on saying, what is that technique? So we don't know. Only the Creator knows. Eka Mai Jugte Vyai. It is created. This creation is created by a very, very special technique that's known only to the Creator. But we insist we'll find out. How did you create it? So now we sit down and we create models, Big Bang theories, theory of evolution, and or theory of creation, theory of this. Nowadays there is a string theory. The other day Bharat was describing some of those theories. How the space-time continuum being described by various brains. Fine. Be busy. And that's what the creation is nobody knows, nobody is ever going to find out. It was created with a special process. Now, you are going to find me that I am going to deviate here from the norm. The next word is read by most of the people as Tin Chele Parwan. And it is translated in all of the literature. Tin means three. And it has been described as that he created 3 Chele disciples. And he called one is known by Brahma, the other is known by Vishnu, the other is known by Shiva. Triangle. This Trinity appears in almost every religion in different shaped forms. In Christianity, it is Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. It's a Trinity. In Hinduism, there is a Trishul. Also, there is a Om, all 3-pronged. Similarly, Vishnu, Brahma, Mahesh, that's also a Trinity. So this image of 3 appears in almost all types of religion. It has been described with various things. But if we step back from and we look at the creation, what is this creation? Well, the creation comes into existence. Creation needs to be sustained. And then creation needs to be recycled. Because anything that stays forever is impossible. All creation, all that has been ever created would get recycled. So that gave us the trap in this language. Ten Chele Parwan. That's why they read it. Now, when I read Gurbani a little bit more carefully, I find that wherever their word was teen, ginati, the counting of 3, the word was teen. Tattenu Bihari, teen. Sat Jug Sat, Treta Jagi, Dwapar Puja Char, Tino Yug, Tino Dade, Kal Kevala Naam Adhar. Utte Tino. 3 half teri Shiva. You're only going to need 3 yards worth of land and nothing more than that. So in Gurbani, wherever there is a count of 3, the word is teen, not 10. I would want to translate it as 10 means tene, means him. Why I am saying that? Because when I look at the word, actually it is spelled also slightly differently than those of you who know the language. Go pay attention to this and you will find there is a tatte nu syari and a nanne nu syari hai. Tene. So now its meaning will change. When you say tene, to him, what's acceptable? Who is acceptable out of this illusion? He says one who rises above the illusion. Only though he has created this illusion, Maya, Eka Mai Jugte Vyai Tene Chele Parvan. He's the one who created it. And those who could understand this illusion and woke up from the illusion, woke up from the sleep, the dream state, were able to see him and got accepted, got honored. Just like as when a teacher will create a riddle and the disciple or the student who solves the riddle becomes the favorite of the teacher. Those who keep struggling, he let them keep on struggling. Tene chele parvan. Now the next line actually clarifies that further. It says ek sansari. Now if this was a ginti, the count of 3, he would have said ek sansari, duja pandhari, tija laye divan. Right? Then it would be counting of 3. But what is being said here is ek sansari, ek pandhari, ek laye divan. Ek means one. He alone is the creator. He alone is the sustainer. He alone is the destroyer. All roles are into him. Now when you read various other literatures, all Steaks will disagree with this translation. So I don't know if this is right or not. You be the judge.
But it makes more sense that it is one.
Yeah. And that's how I see it. But the people would not. Those who have come before me and documented, they have translated it differently. And not only that, I look at the words. The word ek, one, is highlighted 3 times. Kakke de thale aukada. Every time he wrote ek, he highlighted it. Ek sansari, ek pandhari, ek laye divan. So how much more hints Gurbani can give? Think about it, what's being said. Yet we fell into the trap and we said, well, because there is already Trinity, Shiva and Brahma, and so we translated that way. No, that is the characteristics of the Maya, that's the characteristics of the creation. That is created, it is also sustained, and it's also recycled. All that drama, all that illusion is created by that one and maintained by that one. But we are so, in that sense, strange that you will notice that in India, there are a lot of temples of Shiva. There are a lot of temples of Vishnu. There are very few temples of Brahma. And it's amazing observation. Why is that? If Vedanta was to believe in equal strength of 3 forces, and they created that model, why the creator is not worshipped just as the sustainer? Because creator's job is done. Once it's created, it's done. Now I have either to take something, I need something, so I go to Vishnu, who's the sustainer, or I'm afraid of dying, so I worship Shiva. So there are a lot of temples of Shiva. And a lot of temples of Vishnu, because Vishnu controls the Lakshmi, the wealth. But nothing of Brahma. It's mind-boggling. On one hand, your theory is saying that these are 3 deities of the creator. On the other hand, you are ignoring 1/3 of the creator completely.
It is job.
You gave the birth, so what do I need you? I got the body. Get lost.
He's an engineer, he got laid off.
So we only worry about now the sustainer. Every year Lakshmi is worshipped. That's what the Diwali is meant for.
Yeah, there's greed and the fear.
Greed and the fear. So I would not attribute or condone that model. I personally will want to believe, again it's a belief, you can accept it or reject it, that Gurbani is saying there is only one creator, one sustainer, the same sustainer, same destroyer. There are no three. These are three functions of the same person, same energy, same entity.
Actually, I think I've read somewhere that the Trinity is actually manifestation of three qualities of one.
Yeah. It is, and that's what is being highlighted here. And then he says, the Gurbani goes on saying, Jiv te sabhav hai, tine chalave, jiv hove farman. He's saying the whole of the creation is manifesting just according to his will. Now this is very difficult to accept for lots and lots of people. I had the opportunity to play host to 3 people from Chicago. They were there last week. And all 3 days the discussion was, one of the ladies said that I have seen a child being born without an arm or without a leg or something, and I can't understand how can that child be a sinner being punished for what? I don't believe there is such a God who can punish an innocent child right at the start of the life. He sends it into the earth without a body part.
Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to do bad things yet.
So we continued our conversation. I don't know how much influence I had. These are all viewpoints from a very narrow perspective. Because when we see the effect, we forget the cause. When we see the fruit, we forget that there was a seed once upon a time. There is always a gap between the seed and the fruit. There's always a time lag.
It could be lives.
It could be lives, it could be days, it could be months, it could be anything. We only see the end result, and we look at the end result and we start passing judgment. Why are the people starving in Ethiopia? Why are the people dying in Iran or Iraq or India or Kashmir or anywhere else? So I use the example all the time that if the compassion is to be generated, to be created, don't you need the environment fertile enough so that the compassion can arise? If I am supposed to be taught how to be compassionate, I need to first show something for which I should show compassion. That means there has to be someone or something that will play the role of someone who needs to be pitied upon, take compassion, show compassion, to be helped. So we only worry about that one. We don't see that there is a cause, there is a reason for it. I am being taught. If there is no sick person, there is no need of a physician, a healer. So if somebody is to be trained as a healer, who is healing if there is no sickness? So that means both are needed. A patient is needed, a doctor is needed. The doctor is there because the patient is there. They are tied together. It's very difficult for us to perceive this. But Gurbani hammers this thought again and again. Look around you. Whatever is going on, whatever is happening, however unacceptable and unpleasant it may appear to you, it's happening according to His will. Now this is not a defeatist attitude. It is saying that it may be shown to you because that's a call for you to act. And that's what Gita was all about. You just act. Forget about the result. Just act. Because we immediately says, well, oh, so if that person is suffering and it is his will, that means I don't need to help him, right? Wouldn't I be interfering in his will if I'm helping him? Immediately. No, you are not interfering in his will because the thought of helping would not come to you if he didn't will it. Right? I mean, we walk by the people lying on the street. How many people stop? Just had an experience with my younger son who had a friend in Irvine, studying in Irvine University. Driving back from San Francisco, it's raining and the car in front hydroplanes and skids, and this kid is driving behind. So when the car came under control, he stopped behind and went to check on the driver. So when he went on the driver's side, the car that was coming behind, that hydroplaned also and came right at that boy and squishing between the two cars, the boy died on the spot. A 19-year-old. And my 24-year-old son is absolutely devastated and he cannot put it into perspective at all. Here is a good Samaritan stopped to help somebody and is being punished and the life has been taken. Why? And I spent some time. He didn't talk to anybody for a number of days, and I found out later on that that's why he's so quiet and withdrawn. And I sat down with him and tried to work with him that there are things that when you cannot explain, just let it go. It is under the control of much higher forces than who we are. But the point I'm making here is the events that are taking place, however unpleasant they are, or however pleasant they are controlled by a higher energy, higher source. And that's what it is saying. Jiv tis bhava, tive chalava, jiv hove farman. That is His will. This is His order. That's why it is happening. If it is not supposed to happen, then it will never happen. The fact it is happening means it was meant to happen. And we keep on arguing, well, then what's my role in it? Well, your role in it, when you are in that situation, see inside what the will is telling you to do. If it is telling you to ignore, then ignore. If it is telling you to do something, then do something. Don't analyze it. Don't argue about it. Don't break it into pieces and try to see, well, should I, should I not, should I, should I not. I have seen within myself a number of times happening this. I will be driving in the car and I will see somebody standing in a corner with a sign, need money for food. And I'll start thinking, should I give and should I not? As soon as the word comes, should I give, should I not, I know I'm going to drive by. Something will happen when I get there. When the thought comes, act. Stop analyzing it. If you analyze, now you are in a trap. Because you will never get to the bottom of it. Whatever is happening, the thought will stay so urgently with you that you will have to listen. Nature will not allow you to ignore certain very critical things that your life needs to go through. And you can fight and you can resist. Every time it brings a message, the next time message will be with a slightly little bit tighter screw. When the nature wants to teach you a lesson and you are ignoring it, it will come back with the same message next time, but this time the pain threshold will be a little higher. And it will keep on tightening the screws. It will not let you off the hook. It is absolutely merciless teacher. Nature is absolutely merciless teacher for each and every one of us. No exception. So when the message comes, pay attention to it, because it is his message. It doesn't matter from where it came, in what form it came, whether you read a book, whether you ran into an argument, whether you saw something and a thought occurred to you, doesn't matter. Whether you had a dream, all those things are subtle nudges by the nature.
So would that translate to instinct?
Yeah, that's what the inner voice is all about. The inner voice is so feeble that the noise of the outer voice shuts it off. So when a circumstance persists for so long, again and again, you need to sit back and say, what's the nature trying to tell me? Why I am constantly being reminded of this? That's a time for introspection. Not the time of complaining, not the time of running around and blame everybody else around you. He did it, she did it, that's why I am like this. So and so cheated me, so and so deceived me. Stop justifying. If the nature is constantly producing the same result, it wants you to look at it and make a change. You need to learn that lesson. It won't let you move. And that's what this statement is saying. Jivtis bhava, as he wishes. Teve chalaye. That's what moves the universe. Jiv hove farman. That's the order that comes from him then. And he goes on to the Gurbani goes on to then expand. He says, look at the beauty of the creation. He says, O vekhe, una nazar na aave. So the beauty is, he sees everything. But anybody who's trapped in the Maya, that Eka Mai, cannot see him. The reverse is not possible. O vekhe, he sees it. Una nazar na aave. Who? The one who are trapped in the Maya. Who are able to see it? The Chele. Those who grew out of the Maya, they got accepted and they were able to see the whole drama. They were accepted, Parvan. They were accepted. And they were given the secret to the illusion. Those who stayed in the illusion, they can complain all they want. And they can say that how unfair it is that Buddha should be so happy and I should be so miserable. What does he have what I don't? We can complain. That's okay. There's nobody to hear. Sooner or later, you will have to accept that, move on. O vekhe, una nazar na aave. He sees it, but anybody who's trapped in Maya cannot see it. Bahuta e vadan. He says that is the speciality. That is the jugati. That is the secret. When he says Eka Mai Jugate Vyai. Say, look at the way of creation. The Creator created the alien and then put a lid on it so that anybody who is enjoying the creation cannot see him. You got to rise above the illusion. You got to wake up from the dream to experience the real illusion. वो वेखे उन्हें नजर ना आवे बहुता ए वरदान. Then what should be done? He concludes, आदेश किसे आदेश? Start meditating. Start pondering. Start becoming introspective. To whom? Ad, Anil, Anad, Anahat. The one who has always been. The one who was never created. One who can never be destroyed. Ad, the one who has always been. Anil, the one who is absolutely beyond any characteristic. Neel literally means color, shade. One who is beyond any distinguishable characteristic. Ad, Anil, Anad, the one who beyond the sound. Anahat, the one who cannot be destroyed. Who is that? He says, Yuga Yuga Eko Base. That one has always been the same. Independent of which part of the universe you are from. Not just this planet. To all galaxies, it has always been the same. Will continue to be same. So start meditating on that. So the next stanza is also in the same tone. And it says, Asan loe loe bhandar. Keep on to build it and say Asan means the one who is present, who sits, who supervises over. Loe loe means all of the galaxies. He says his presence is everywhere. And bhandar means that he has given sustenance to everyone. Asana loe loe bhandar. And he says he is the kind of a giver which does not give you on a monthly basis, on a weekly schedule. He says whatever is required for you, for everyone. Asana loe loe bhandar. Jo kich paya so ekavar. He has done it and he's done it just once. Right? All the iron and all the gold and all the steel that's required is already in the earth. All the food and all the nourishment, all the air and all the water that is required for the humankind is already given. It's not in installments. That okay, go ahead, use this much and I'll give you more. It's not the case. Asana loe loe bhandar, jo kich paya so ekavar. Isn't that amazing? That he was able to estimate our needs forever and ever and fulfill it once for all. Means what? That means the gift is unlimited. Just as he is unlimited, the gift is unlimited. The sustenance is unlimited for each one of us. Jo kuch paya, so ekavar kar kar vekhe sirjanhar. He says he's enjoying it. He is in a complete Sat Chit Anand, complete blissful state. That isness. There is no feeling of, I feel sorry why I did it. I feel happy why I did it. I feel sad why I did it. He says none of that is. Or those characteristics are to those who are trapped by the Maya. But he is beyond that. Kar kar vekhe sajjanhar, nanak sache ki sachi kar. And say, this is the definition of a truthful living. Now, why is he saying that? Look at the beauty of it. Right? I mean, my name may be Tiger Singh. Right? All things are supposed to be lying. And as soon as the wind blows harder, what do we do? Tell the wife to go lock the door. I don't even want to get up to it. because my name does not correspond to my doing, my being. I may be sitting and talking of the highest state of spirituality, but that's all I'm doing. Only humans can do that. That they can talk about something without ever touching it, without ever knowing it, without ever feeling it, without ever seeing it. I mean, how the hell did we start believing there is a God? Without ever knowing, without ever seeing, without ever experiencing. Well, somebody said, so we accepted it. Had not an iota of a curiosity, is he lying or telling the truth? Just that much curiosity, when my mother said, oh, it's not raining, son, it is God taking a bath, should have alerted me. And it would have sent me on a path. Did she tell the truth? Is there a God taking a bath? Where is that God? I want to see it. And how big his bathtub is. Right? No. Mom said it, so I accepted it and gone with it. Only humans have that capability. And only human has the capability to question, seek, and then achieve. And it has been said and repeated by every religion. Seek and ye shall find. Jesus Christ in the Bible. But you don't see. Oh, if you say so, yeah, there must be a God. I'm okay with it. I don't want to question it. I don't want to seek it. I don't want to find it. Or at the best, we will go and sit like in these type of sitting and say, well, okay, what type of meditation we should do that we can see God? And then we'll say, well, no, I asked that person and he doesn't do that. He does something else. And then we'll go and talk to someone else and say the same thing. He does something else. And we'll keep on talking. Ever getting curious and actually doing it. Only human can do that. No other creature on earth does it. They don't eat when they are not hungry. They don't sleep when they are not sleepy. They don't react when there is no need to react. It's only the humans which do that. And Gurbani says, Nanak sache ki sachi kar. It says, the truth and truthful being and truth of doing, here is the example that whatever he does, whatever he is, whatever the names have been given to him, they're all justified. Each and every one of them. If you call him that he is very merciful, then it's not just a name given by somebody. He is merciful. If you say he takes care of all of the universe, he really does take care of the whole of the universe. It's not just a mindless, buttering of him. Right? And we do that all the time. And we accept those statements all the time. You are the most beautiful woman born on this earth. Thank you. It never comes back. Have you seen all the women in the world? So how dare you tell me I'm the most beautiful woman in the world? That response never comes. You are the smartest man on this earth. Thank you. We accept that with such a gracefulness. We can't be even that much honest with each other. And Gurbani says, if you want to get the example of what is the real, truthful, honest living, then look at him. He's living a truthful, honest living. In the real sense. If you give him a compliment, he deserves it. If you condemn him, he deserves it. Because he's everything. If you look at somebody sick and you curse him, he doesn't fight back. You curse him. It's okay. Oh God, why me? It's okay. Because he is truthful. Any title you will give him is okay. And it will be truthful. It will be real. It will not be contrived. It will not be said in a zest or making fun of anybody. Which we do that knowingly, willingly, or unknowingly. Oh, it's an etiquette. Simple things. In your own home, try not saying something about the food or cooking and then watch the reaction of the woman. What do you mean I am not a good cook? You are not a good eater. Go get your taste buds checked. Oh, what a delicious, excellent food. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got the recipe just recently. Look at the games our mind play. And look how willingly are we ready to be deceived and accepted by that Eka Mai, Jugte Vyai, Tene Chele Parvan. Look at the illusion of the Maya. How it attracts us, how it binds us, and how it keeps on making us go from one state to the other, one state to the other, constantly bouncing like a cat on a hot-tin roof. And nature says, if you want to, the Gurbani says, if you want to get an example, rather than going to anybody and say, is this right or not? Oh, all-knowing Santaji, tell me. And he'll give you some formula. Say, forget that formula. Look at him. You don't need to go to any mystic, any saint, any guru, any master. If you want to learn to be a truthful, living human being, then look at him. Nanak Sache Ki Sachi Kar. He is truthful. All of his acts are truthful. They are exactly the way he has advertised. They are working as advertised, as documented. You cannot find a single example. That is not. It is meant to be. The sickness, the wars, the goodness, the badness, the Buddhas and the Hitlers, they are all needed, all required, all wanted. None good, none bad. Just a drama. And all the drama in his will. And he makes no apology to anybody. He says sorry to no one. He thanks nobody. It is the way it is. In complete acceptance. Nanak kar kar vekhe sirjanahar Nanak sache ki sachi kar. And then what you should do? So well, simple message. Ades, kise ades? Ad, anir, anad, anahat. Yugo yuge koves. Look at him, learn from him, try to become like him. Meditate. If you don't, he's not in a hurry, he's not mad with you. If you want to waste a carnation, it's okay. He gave you the body, he gave you the form, he gave you the tools, he gave you the language, he gave you the tongue, all the senses to go use it and do something. And if you say, I'm not doing so, alright, you got free will. Oh, are you upset because I'm not doing it? Say, absolutely not. Your choice. You want to be born again? That's okay.
Give you the body again.
You be born again. And not once, not twice, not. You want ad infinitum? Tathastu. Keep coming and going, no problem. Why should I look for you? You don't. I'm not asking you to look for me. Do you want to look for me? Go ahead, yeah. Is it good or bad? No. It just is. Look at the beauty of this. It looks like gibberish, absolutely, making no sense whatsoever. What we argue about, well, something has to be good and something has to be bad. Something has to be right and something has to be wrong. Actually, what are we saying in that? I am good, you are bad. I am right, you are wrong. When we say something has to be good and something has to be bad, what do we mean by that? Okay, you are all bad. You just said it. Something has to be good, something has to be bad. All right, you are all bad. Go run with it now. Oops. Why did I open that door at all? It's only the Creator. You say all bad, he says thank you. That's all right. You're all good. जे सब मिलके आखण पाए वड्डा ना होवे काट ना जाए. This is if everybody got together and in a single voice says you are great, you are great. So do you think he is great because everybody is saying it? Or you can say the other way around. You are nothing, you are nothing, you are nothing. You say, well, does that mean he is going to become nothing? So Gurbani says, stop the simple gymnastics of this play of words. If you want to really, honestly, sincerely grow spiritually, metaphysically, then there is only one way. Meditate. Go inward. Start understanding the nature of the attachments, nature of the greed, nature of the love. What you call love, is that really love? Understand those things and start evolving, raising your consciousness higher and higher.